It was the short film festival that started in an inner-city cafe with an audience of just 200 people. Then it grew into a huge cultural event, attracting bigger crowds than an AFL Grand Final and a host of huge film stars as special guests. But in 2019, the end credits rolled. Tropfest was no more until now. It's a comeback worthy of Hollywood.
We've missed it. We've missed it as a national cinema.
And now, after a lengthy hiatus, Tropfest is back.
While I was going through film school, I was like dreaming of entering Tropfest.
Tropfest rose from nothing to become an annual celebration of Australian short films made by up-and-coming young filmmakers.
And it's such a wonderful night and a celebration of creativity and storytelling, and any opportunity to get your work seen by the masses is a win for filmmakers. So I think that it really is fantastic to see that festival come back to life.
It was a huge moment for me. I just graduated from film school.
I'd love to register it for you, mate, but I can't. It's full of rust.
It can't be right. I've only had it for a year.
Robert Connolly's 7-minute film Rust Bucket was runner-up in 1997.
If it was stolen, I would get back every single cent.
And then it travelled the world at film festivals and kind of helped my career get a kick start.
A career which includes a host of television series and films like Blueback, The Dry and Force of Nature with Eric Bana.
Out there, nature holds us all to account.
It's really huge to have your work screened to so many people, and I think as a filmmaker that's sort of the moments you dream of.
It's a long way from writing and directing the 2001 Tropfest winner called The Lighter to directing Hollywood blockbusters with a roll call of Hollywood legends.
Lots to digest.
But that was the career path for Patrick Hughes.
27 times. That's how many times this has tried to kill me. 28!
It elevated my profile, and then pretty soon after I was repped globally for commercials, and I was shooting commercials around the world, and it really sort of took off after the Tropfest experience.
Apart from launching careers, Tropfest has always had huge support from those who have already made it.
Well, it always pulls a big star power, that festival.
It sure does. Superstars like Nicole Kidman, Cate Blanchett, Rose Byrne, Sam Neill, Keanu Reeves and Susan Sarandon have all attended and judged the films. This year, Margot Robbie will preside as jury president.
Oh, it's a massive coup to get Margot to, run this jury. I think one of the things Tropfest was always known for was these incredible juries and the huge talent, visiting talent, international talent, Australian talent.
For Genevieve Clay-Smith,
it's just quite magical.
It's a pinch-yourself moment. She got the prize in 2009.
I was 20 years old when my film Be My Brother was screened at Tropfest, and the crowds were just incredible. And the fact that Be My Brother got to have that audience, it really was a dream come true. It was magical.
My name is Richard. I am the most extremely good-looking man in the world. All my women and all my girls love me. They're hubba, and they're hot.
I thought it's a pretty nice way to go out.
It's awesome. Nobody's going to believe that Mum OD'd on smack.
The Tropfest honour roll goes on. The Edgerton brothers, Joel and Nash, Sam Worthington, David Wenham, Rebel Wilson, a who's who of Aussie cinema having a crack at a festival which had its start in a King's Cross cafe. And it's back.
It is a really special event that brings people together.
It's such a great launching pad for new, exciting talent. And here we go. I can't wait to see what the films are like this year and to meet some of the new filmmakers.
I'm certainly hoping I can sneak away from the film set to go attend Tropfest again, because it's a hell of a night.
Yeah, it is a hell of a night, and it is back. And John Paulson, who's been at the heart of Tropfest since the very start, joins me now. John, a bit like a walk down memory lane, seeing all of those films.
It was pretty great seeing that, yeah. Quite emotional, actually, just seeing the whole history of it play out in 4 minutes. So.
Yeah. And you've been back from your now home, New York, here in Australia for about a week now. What's been the reaction to Tropfest being revived?
Well, I've been coming and going for a few months. I mean, the reaction has been stunning, to be honest with you. I wasn't sure after 6 years. If anything, I thought people might have forgotten about it or something might have replaced it. And I can honestly say the enthusiasm and the energy behind it truly today feels almost bigger than I'd seen it in 30 years, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously very helpful because it's not easy getting it started again. There's a lot of great players behind that, of course. I'm sure we'll touch on that. But, yeah, to see the enthusiasm from Australians, from filmmakers, from sponsors who make it possible because it's a free event and it's an expensive event. So it's been kind of incredible to see that momentum.
So how did it happen? Was it out of the blue?
Well, yeah, so what happened was in 2019 we went to Parramatta, which was a fantastic 3 years, but that was like a 3-year arrangement. And at the end of that, I had a couple of things going on with my own career as well. I sort of hit the pause button thinking, OK, we'll take a break and, you know, just see what our next step is. And then COVID hit, of course, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
And so that was not a great time to be thinking about it. Everything went down, obviously, all the music festivals and that. And I thought, oh, OK, well, you know, what are we going to do? We're going to just sit tight. And then COVID sort of came and went. And I, being in New York and also being a bit caught up in my own stuff, before you know it, I was sitting there going, God, I mean, and I was getting a lot of emails, a lot of calls, where's Tropfest, what's going on? And frankly, a lot of people wanting to bring it back, but not in a way that I felt was right. A lot of people talking about ticket prices, it's always been free.
But didn't your daughters also have a part in this, a bit of self-interest from their part?
Yeah, my daughters were kind of heckling, if you will, 2 teenage daughters saying, you know, over breakfast almost like, what happened to Tropfest? And I'm like, oh, don't worry, it's you know, COVID, it's come back. And they're like, well, COVID's been over for a couple of years, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, we're getting there, I've got some calls. And they're like, that's just not going to happen, dude, it's over. You better get used to it. I can't believe you let that thing go.
And didn't they want Taylor Swift and...
Yeah, they're like, we want it back, we want you to get Taylor Swift to come and perform and Olivia Rodrigo and all the rest of it, which was, you know, a whole other challenge of the time. And then one day, after all these other, you know, inquiries about how to get it, you know, people wanting to bring it back, I got an email from the wonderful Brian Brown, who I've known forever, and who is, it's just so, you know, it's such a perfect full circle because Brian was one of the very, very, very early sponsors back in the day when we were at the Tropicana Cafe. He was putting his hand in his pocket and helping with a few other people, putting a few $100s in to make it all happen. And he said, what's going on with Tropfest? Just like my daughters were. And I'm like, well, it's funny you should mention that. I really want to bring it back. But obviously, it's been a little while. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. And he said, well, a friend of mine is interested to talk. And his name's Peter Volandis.
Mr. Can Do.
Yes. Well, of course, I knew about Peter. And I said, well, that sounds very interesting. And so the next thing you know, I'm on a Zoom with Brian and Peter and Sarah Murdoch, who was also part of the group that wanted to bring it back, and a gentleman by the name of Rich Weinberg, very big in the real estate world. And they wanted to bring it back in a way that really made sense for me as a not-for-profit, which is what we are now.
Yeah.
So,
well, this is the thing. You've got big backing behind it, and you've got big names too, with Margot Robbie as the jury president. You don't get much bigger than that.
You do not get any bigger than Margot Robbie. She was the very first person we thought of as a board to approach. She's perfect. She's, you know, she's obviously an incredible actor.
And
she also has a filmmaker. She's got a production company. So she's the first person we approached. It took a little while to figure it out with schedules and all the rest, but fortunately about a week ago, I think, we were able to announce that Margot is going to be the president. Yeah.
And one thing that hasn't changed is the prize money, although we did speak to Patrick Hughes when we put that package together about the winnings while he was filming on the Gold Coast, and here's what he thought.
First prize is 50 grand. What the? It wasn't 50 grand when I won. What the?
I reckon you might get an entry from Patrick, hey?
Hey, I would love to get an entry. I'm just going to put it on the record, Patrick. We want your entry. Yeah, it's amazing. We've got incredible partners, and we do have something called the CommBank Tropfest Emerging Filmmaker Fund. First prize is $50,000. Second prize is $30,000.
Have you had a lot of entries? Because they've only opened this week.
We only just opened. We've had a surprising amount, given we opened on Monday. And what's interesting about Tropfest is we get about 80% of the entries literally on the last day.
Wow.
So you never really know until January 8th is our deadline for those who are interested. But I would say the signs are very good in terms of the emails we're getting, the phone calls we're getting and all the rest. So, yeah, it's looking good.
Well, I know that the hourglass is the Tropfest signature item, the TSI. Maybe that's the hourglass ticking down to the event itself. February the 22nd. That'll come quicker than you think, so I better let you get back to it.
Thank you. Yes, Centennial Park, February 22nd. Be there. It's going to be a great one.
Good to talk. Good on you. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Deb.